Hello, everyone. I guess this would be episode one of my universe setup. Since a couple of you asked on Twitter how I go about setting up, I'll try to make this like a 5 episode series because I don't think you can do everything in one go, and if you do, it would just simply take too long. So the first thing you want to do is obviously start a new universe. Um, I would recommend starting on your second slot. This is something you don't like, you can always go back to your main universe. And I would absolutely recommend clicking the Y button. I don't know how it is. PlayStation, it should be triangle. It would just import your roster play. So any modifications done to your roster will automatically be imported to universe. So I'll do that. Now, I'm setting everything up for play superstar mode. So, however, before I do that, I have to actually go to classic mode. Then we'll come back to superstar mode in the end, because that's how I play universe. I play as a superstar rather than a manager. That's just how I prefer it. And I've never been a fan of my GM, so I guess we can start with that. Yep, we're gonna simply go here. Since I've played this game for 10 years, I'm gonna disable the tutorials because they just got in the way. But that's the first thing I will do in option, is to just simply disable Xavier Woods tutorials. It's a waste of time, because I've been playing this game for 50 years. A couple of other settings that I do in here. I leave automatic rivalries on. Tag team breakups, I leave this on. I leave this on. I also leave this on. Entrances, it's up to you. I like having them. I leave this the max, because I like when they cash in before, but Money in the Bank, there's always some issues sometimes with the register, but I like to leave these at the max. So I'm just gonna save that. Now we're gonna start with setting up our show. I only use one show. Right, that's Raw, NXT, SmackDown. You decide what you want to do. I just use one, and everybody is in that show. I have done alternative versions where I've had Raw for the male superstars and SmackDown for the females. But on this video, since I'm starting fresh on a brand new save, I'm just gonna have one roster. It's simpler for me. It's far less glitches, and it's just a better experience overall as I've been playing throughout the years. So I'll go right ahead and delete this, and just keep Raw. That's the show I'm gonna go with. Before I do that, the next thing you want to do is you want to go to calendar, and you want to start deleting any pay-per-view that isn't related to your show. So the way I play this game is I do the 4-week events, and I would like the pay-per-views to have the 4-week event, so that way rivalries don't get glitched or randomly turn off for no reason and stuff like that. It's best to just do this little detail to just simply keeping the pay-per-view at the very end of the show. Like this, like WrestleMania, and so you want to keep, like I said, your show, whatever day it is, keep it here, but you always want to keep pay-per-view at the very last week. And the reason why you want to do that is because it's far simpler for the rivalries to work with far less glitches this way. Like I said, you will just host your show. I tend to keep 10 matches for pay-per-view, and I just save it. Boom. This one I'll keep Elimination Chamber, and I'll just save it. Again, it's the same thing. 10 matches. Save. Back again. We're gonna keep believe Payback here. Doesn't matter, you can put whatever show you want. 10 matches is always the go-to. I go to leave available here. Make sure your show is in there. It is 10 matches. Let's go back to May. Support Backlash in May. Whatever you want your pay-per-views to be, they don't need it. They can be custom. They can be AEW. They can be TNA. They can be anything you want it to be. I just recommend keeping it at the very last Sunday of the calendar, so that way the game knows what to read and stuff like that. So let's see any other pay-per-views I can do here. I'm trying not to have the NXT ones. Like I said, I'm setting this up as I'm gonna end up playing in the end, so you guys are gonna see some boo-boos, but hopefully everything works out. Let me see. We don't have Night of Champions, so put Night of Champions here. 10 matches, same thing. Boom, Money in the Bank. Head matches, same thing. Money in the Bank, after Money in the Bank, we have Fastlane. Head matches, same thing. October, well, I guess we're gonna hold the way. We are in Payback. Like I said, it doesn't matter what you do here. I'll put SummerSlam here. It's truly up to you. December, you'll just put NXT Gold Rush, whatever. It doesn't really matter. This can be your own universe, however you want to set up correctly. However you like. There's no right or wrong answer here. You just need to have the pay-per-view at the very last, like I said, at the very last day of the month. The reason you want to do this is because that way you don't have the rivalries blending into different formats. It's far less glitches this way from my experience, so I guess we can go with that. Now that that's all set up, we're gonna go right ahead and just edit the show. And what I do is I use everybody, and I'm gonna be honest with you, the only people I don't use is duplicates. So I won't use Bray Wyatt, for example. I'm not using Bray Wyatt, none of these Wyatts. I'm gonna use The Fiend. So I'll skip all of that, and I just go all the way and select all these superstars. Here we go. This guy. But it's your roster. You can put anybody you want here. It's truly up to you. It's your flavor. I've done AEW shows. I've done TNAs. I've done WCW. Anything like that. Yes, I also use the action figures. I use them as mascots, as a parody. Like everybody in the game. I'll pick the NWO Hogan because I use NWO. Everybody I can. Cena I want will be the current Cena, ignore all the other ones. Like these guys, I like Paul Kane over the masked one. But you can, like I said, you can use anybody you want to use. It's your universe, it's your roster. Anything you want to do, just do it yourself. It's all up to your taste here. It could be a fully female roster, it could be WCW, it could be ECW, it could be anything. The variety of universe, it's so much stuff that you can do. But I'll continue to just add on to Superstar mode because that's all I'm gonna play anyway. So go ahead and Shawn Michaels, pick this one. Stardust, and also the one due to his theme song. Pick 6 for the NWO. The Triple H long hair, prefer that. Current Taker. Barrett Wesley. Don't pick X-Pac because I picked 6. But like I said, I don't keep. Like I said, my roster isn't too big. It's just whatever it's there, and I keep matches. So then I'm gonna change this to about 7 matches a show, and save it. Before I continue the show, since I am doing this as I'm gonna play, I'm gonna turn this to just WWE. Change the arena to WWE Live, because I'd rather have a show that includes everyone in it. Seems like they don't have WWE Live enabled, so I'm gonna probably have to mod that in there. So switch it back to Raw. It's gonna leave it at Raw, and just leave it alone. Save it, and that essentially is the very first part you want to do. You want to include everybody on your roster and make sure no one else, you get to use the maximum of your roster, because people you're not including, they won't show up at all. But that's episode 1 of just setting up the roster, setting up your calendar, because these are vital importance. Episode 2, I'll cover championships and the importance of divisions and stuff like that. So I appreciate this. Thank you so much for watching, and make sure you tune for episode 2 tomorrow. Have a good day.